Good evening, everyone. Who all alive here? Good evening. Welcome to live learnings, right? Book reading sessions, taking the insight from the books. And the book we are reading here is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Good evening. Who all are here? Three are live here. Who all are here? Just write good evening, good morning, or whichever time zone you are in. Just waiting for you. Those who are watching it live, welcome, welcome. एंड आई होप आप इसको पूरा ऐसे देख रहे हैं जैसे आप एक लाइव सेशन देख रहे हैं, राइट? यू आर नॉट वाचिंग इट एज अ रिकॉर्डिंग, यू आर जस्ट वाचिंग इट लाइव एंड you are also implementing whatever you are learning from here, right? And I'm sure, I'm pretty much sure that you are learning everything and you are implementing it in your lives. You're not just watching it for entertainment. Hey Sherlyn, hello, good morning. How are you all? सॉरी ट्यूसडे को मुझे मैं लाइव नहीं कर पाई एंड इसलिए आज का थोड़ा-सा हमें पोस्टपोन करना पड़ा कि हम ट्यूसडे वाला आज करेंगे। सॉरी फॉर दैट। सो ग्रेट रजित, ग्रेट, ओके। यू आर फाइन, गुड, गुड, गुड। आई एम आल्सो फाइन and just I miss these days when we are not live here, although I was occupied with some other priorities. That's why I missed this session. All right, all right. So we are learning, we are taking insights from the book Eat That Frog, which is written by Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy has written it beautifully, mentioned so many things, which helps us in increasing our productivity, which is telling us again and again in each and every session where we are spending our most of our time, which is not giving us results, right? Where we should spend our time, how we should spend our time, how we should segregate our most important task. These all things we are learning here in these sessions, right? All right. So today I'm just sharing my screen. Please do let me know whether my screen is visible or not. Give me a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Not visible? Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. So today we are going to learn the law of three. What is the law of three and focus mastery? So here we are having two learnings here today. ठीक है, one is the law of three and the other one is focus mastery. अब सबसे पहले यहाँ आने से पहले to start with this, I just want to ask you whether you have applied ABCDE method or not. ABCDE. A must do, B should do, C nice to do, D delegate, E eliminate. Did you do that? And if you did, how do you feel when you completed your biggest frog first, right? Biggest rock, we would say. How did you feel if you did that? I have applied. I said yes, Shalin, yes. So how do you feel after applying this? Have you felt yourself more productive, more confident? What have you felt after doing it? Because these are some things which has been written in the book, and these are proved, right? Proven techniques. Feels like my half burden got over. Absolutely, because these are proven techniques, right? Which all the successful people are applying in their lives and getting good results. Although we were not aware of all these things till date. That's why we were wasting our times, right? But now as we are aware after reading this book, बहुत टाइम से इस बुक के बारे में पता था, ईट दैट फ्रॉग, बट नेवर गॉट अ चांस टू रीड दैट. बट आई थिंक अगर ये मुझे 10 साल पहले मिली होती तो आई वुड हैव बीन अ डिफरेंट पर्सन इन टुडे, राइट? मैंने डेलीगेट किया काम, मुझे और टाइम मिल पाए. वेरी गुड. यू डिड योर डी वर्क, राइट? Were you able to finish your A work first? And absolutely, I was knowing about this since long, and I don't know why it didn't came in my mind that I should go go ahead with it. But if I would have done it 10 years back, I would have been a different person today. But good news is now I'm having it and I'm changing. I'm applying it. I'm changing every day, right? Every day. So this is a question which I've already asked you. How many of you did your A1 task? And today's big promise. Today's big promise is today we are going to discover your three most important tasks. These are your big three most important tasks. जो करने ही करने हैं. That is giving you 90% of your success, right? These three tasks, focusing on these three tasks, which creates 90% of your success. Then how to eliminate distractions and focus deeply. So here, first we'll learn about big three, then we'll learn how to focus deeply, how to eliminate distractions, right? We'll learn a formula. And fourth thing is the truth about multitasking. We learn about multitasking. We think that multitasking is a very good thing. We can focus on so many things at a time, but I'm telling you, it is a spoiler. We are going to learn it. Multitasking is a spoiler. It is killing our productivity. Yes, it is killing our productivity. So by the end of this session, you'll have a laser focus on what truly matters, what three tasks are there, which are going to give you 90% results, and how to focus, eliminating distractions, right? So here, the law of three. The law of three is one of the Brian Tracy's most powerful concepts. Very powerful concept. He said there are usually three core tasks that you perform that account for 90% of your contribution to your work or business. 90% of your value, three tasks. Remaining tasks are not accounting anywhere in your business or your work. That remaining 10%, right? That 10% is those tasks which you can delegate or eliminate. But these 90% are only three tasks. Very important, those three tasks, right? And what are those three tasks? Why matters? थ्री टास्क कैसे कैसे लेके आओगे, कौन से हैं, कैसे लेके आओगे? Most people spend their days doing 20, 30, 50 different tasks. करते हैं हम लोग. We have so many tasks to do. So many tasks, right? But we actually don't know which one is most important. Although till date, what we are learning from this book, we have started doing our our frog, right? We are eating our frog first. We know that what is our A task, must do task. We have started doing it, right? We are segregating our A task, B task, C task, and trying not to distract our mind from our most important work, from our most important frog. But what the new concept, where what we are learning here is the three task formula is like जिसने हमें 90% रिजल्ट देना है, that three tasks only from our list. We have 20, 30, and 50 tasks, but all make us busy, exhausted. We always say that I am having so much of work. I'm tired now. I'm exhausted doing these work. I have so long list of works to do, so long list of the tasks to be completed. But we are not going ahead. We are not going ahead with those tasks. We are spending our time. We are becoming multitasking as well. We are doing so many tasks in a day, in a week, in our lives, I would say. But we are not going ahead anywhere. We are not reaching anywhere. We are just spreading them, ठीक है, in our lives. Say for example, I'm telling you how many tasks we perform. I've just written few examples here. Say for example, if you are a sales professional, right? Then what is happening? What you do is you may be performing 20 different activities, right? You may be prospecting, emails, reports, meetings, CRM updates, admin work, training, calls, etc. I have mentioned everything in front of you, right, in the screen, right? So these are some of the tasks which I have mentioned here. As a sales professional, a person does all these tasks, but big three might be only prospecting for new qualified leads, presenting solutions to prospects, closing deals, and asking for the sale. Only if a person focuses on these three tasks, he's going to get 90% success. And remaining work which he is focusing on, spending his more time on other works rather than on these three important work, is not getting that much success. And those work he would have delegated to someone else or eliminated from those tasks. Instead of focusing on these three, if a sales professional is focusing on all the tasks, multitasker, right, then what will happen is jack of all trades, master of none. But a sales professional must be master of all only these three big tasks. He must focus on only these three big tasks, these three important tasks, so that he can get 90% of the success. Right? These three tasks, these three activities generate 90% of your income. Remaining, whatever other things is low value that can be given to someone else. If I take one more example, if you are a business owner, right? Even a business owner have different hats, right? Different tasks to do. He does marketing, sales, operations, HR, finance, customer service, product development, etc. There are so many work a business owner does. But what are the main important three tasks he must have done, he must do, must focus on are only the strategic planning and vision, building key relationships and partnerships, and product innovation and quality. He must have focused on only these three tasks and delegate the rest. But if he is focusing on all the tasks himself, then he is only just wasting his energy, wasting his time, and not getting that 90% of the income which he would have earned, he would have got the success if only he have focused on these three things, these three tasks. We must understand if we can delegate our work, if the other person can do as well as only 70%, I'm saying not 100% as us. If whatever work I am doing, I'm good at some work, suppose I'm good in finance or HR, right, or customer service, I'm good at that. But if the other person is performing as mine only till 70% only, then we should delegate that work and focus on what is most important, what is giving us 90% of the income. Instead of saving that amount, we must delegate that, right? How many of you are at the same page? Write the same page. Or want me to give one more example? Here I have mentioned one more example of a content creator. You can say like me, right? If you are a content creator, you do everything. If you focus on everything, you focus on content creation as well. You focus on editing, social medias, emails, analytics, community management, sponsorships, etc. There are other tasks as well, right? If focus is on all the tasks, then you are preventing from those big three tasks that is going to give you 90% income. And those big three tasks are creating high quality content, right? Building audience engagement and strategic partnership and monetization. If 100% focus is given to these three big threes, right? These three big tasks, and remaining are delegated to someone else, then a content creator may get नहीं, मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, he will get 90% of the increased income, 90% of success. But if he's focusing on all the tasks, then I must say jack of all trades, master of none. Not focusing on content creator, not focusing on only building audience. So when we are multitasking, we are not focusing on the important ones, right? Who all are at the same page? Understood what I want to say? Who all are at the same page? After finishing one of my 8 tasks, okay, who all are at the same page? Just give me thumbs up कि हाँ समझ में आ गया कि क्या होता है हमारे मेन 3 टास्क. Same page? All right, thank you. Me, sure. So now Here is the question from you all. Just think about it. What are the three things I do? I means I'm asking from you all, you ask from yourself. What are the three things I do that contribute the most value to my work, career, or business? What should I do? What are the three things? You must be having your notepads with you. Just ask from yourself your big three. What are the three things that will give most value to your career, business, or work? Spending most of the time on which tasks, which three tasks that will create most value in your life, 90% results in your life. Just write it down. Or if you can ask yourself that if I only work for 2 hours a day, only 2 hours a day, what three tasks would I do to create maximum results? उस 2 घंटे के अंदर मैं 3 टास्क ऐसे क्या करूंगा जो मैक्सिमम रिजल्ट देंगे? If you get that, those are your big threes. If you get that, and if not, then now do it with me. Do it with me. So what we have to do first, right? What we have to do first, grab your notebook, everybody. First, write down everything. Everything means whatever things you need to do, whatever activities or responsibilities you are having, what all work you do in a day, in a week. Just write it down. Dump your brain. Dump your brain. Dump your brain. Everything you do in a typical week, just dump your brain. Write it down. If done, just give me a thumbs up, because it's important to do this. It's absolutely important to do this. If you'll do it, you will get maximum results. You'll get clarity why you are here. You are here to just get clarity and more techniques to increase your productivity, right? So here we are here to learn what are the three main tasks. How will we get it? If we'll postpone it, still doing, go ahead, please go ahead. I have not started any timer today. Go ahead, just do it. What are the tasks? Everything you do in a typical week: cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, meetings, presentations, meditation, whatever you do. Keep going. What else you do, just write. If you follow these steps, it is going to give you wonderful results, I'm telling you. Those who are doing it will get the results. Those who are just watching it as an entertainment will only get entertained. Will only get entertained. No change in their lives. No change. If you're here to transform your lives, you have to participate. बिना दवाई खाए तो डॉक्टर भी ठीक नहीं कर सकता. डॉक्टर दवाई लिख के दे सकता है, खानी तो हमें खुद ही पड़ेगी. Right? If done, just give me a thumbs up. And now, hoping that you have done, assuming that you've done. Step 2: which three activities contribute the most value to my organization or income? Which three activities contribute the most? The question is on the screen, my dear. Which three activities contribute the most value to my organization or income? Circle your top three. Very important one, which if you ignore is not going to take you anywhere. You have to do those three, and those are going to give you best in your organization, greatest success. Great. Find your big three. Go ahead. Go ahead. Done. Done. Perfect. Perfect. Assuming that you've done that. Now, coming to step 3, which is very important. Sorry. Which is very important. Coming to the third step. Now when we know that what are our big threes, right? We should spend time accordingly on those three tasks, right? What percentage of your time do you currently spend on your big three? क्या टाइम आप उसके ऊपर लगाते हो? Be very honest and tell. Write the percentage next to each one. How much percent of time you spent on these activities, on these three? Written your percentage? आपको समझ में आएगा कि you are spending very less time on these three big tasks, right? You should spend more, but still you're not spending it. So now, here's your commitment. Here's your commitment. You have to spend 80 to 90% of your time on your big three. This should be the commitment to your own self. Your own self. कि I have to spend 80 to 90% of my time on my big three. पूरे दिन में 80 से 90% इन तीनों पे लगाना है क्योंकि इन्होंने ही रिजल्ट देना है. Instead of focusing on other tasks, what you can eliminate or delegate, or you can even postpone. Spend your most of your time to these big three. Got that? If you are ready to commit, right? I commit. I commit to spend my 80 to 90% on big three. Right? Commit. Commitment is necessary. When you don't commit, that means you are having a doubt. Very good. Yes. I commit, right? I commit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 80 to 90% of my time on big threes. If you're committing here, that means your subconscious mind is getting that. It will help you out. It will figure out how you have to complete it. It's its work, right? Yes, yes. Great, great. So now the next topic is focus mastery. अभी ये तो हमने सीख लिया बिग थ्री पे कैसे काम करना है, right? But now what is the problem? What is the problem? Focus is the problem. If I spend my time and I know that 80 to 90% I'm going to spend on it, but sometimes what happen is a notification pop up, phone buzz, or some social media come in front of me, right? Some people interrupting in my room, in my office, in my work, during my work, right? So many times we have so much of distractions that our focus is not 100% there on these three most important tasks or any of the tasks, right? And sometimes we become multitasking, right? Multitasking. So Brian Tracy is very clear about multitasking, that he said multitasking is a myth. You cannot do two things at once. You cannot do. आप दो चीजें एक साथ कर ही नहीं सकते. Study shows, if you want to take screenshot of this, must take that. Multitasking reduces productivity by 40%. It increases errors by 50%, and it takes 23 minutes to regain deep focus after interruption. 23 minutes to regain your focus. Can you beat that? We think, अरे ठीक है जरा सा काम करके आ जाएंगे. It's hardly take 5 minutes. But to regain that deep focus, we again need 23 minutes. So be honest right now. Be honest right now. If you have joined this live from your laptop, be honest. How many tabs you have open right now? If you're watching me at phone, how many of you are focusing here only on this live or doing something? In the kitchen, in the office, eating something, cooking something. Be very honest right now. If you are 100% focused here, or right now also you're multitasking. Be very honest. I want your answers. Yes. Are you 100% focused here or multitasking right now as well? Focused, but 10 tabs are open right now. 10 tabs. Look, thank you for being so honest. Thank you for being so honest. What about others? 100% focused? They are not even listening to me, so we can get that whether focused or not. We can understand whether they are focused or not. All right, all right. So those who are not even focused here will not get 100% from this live as well, right? So here now, what is the formula? Formula to stay focused. Just take the screenshot of this formula. This is very important formula, focus formula for deep work. Whatever work you do, this is the formula. First is single task your big three, the most important task, right? One task at a time, 100% attention on that task until completion of that task, right? No phone calls, no emails, no distractions. Lock in your time period for 1 hour or 1.5 hour. Block that time period for that particular task. No more multitasking. No more multitasking. Only single task. Your big three, where you are spending 80 to 90% of your time, right? This is very important. Second is create focus blocks. Here we are talking about blocks, blocking your time, right? Focus that at, say, suppose if you are eating your frog, A1, right? A B C D V must do task, right? A1, you have suppose fixed your time, schedule your time that in the morning, the very first thing I'll do is I'll eat my frog. The biggest task, the most important task, the hardest one. Suppose 6 to 7 or 7:30, I'm going to complete this. 1 or 1.5 hour. You have just blocked your time, blocked your schedule. And that time, that 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour must be uninterrupted. No emails, no phone calls. Just switch off your phone calls. Airplane mode pe dal do, uh, put a do not disturb tag on your door that so no one can come and disturb you. Just tell your family for this hour I'm unavailable. This is what blocking is. And then eliminate distractions. Like I said, phone on airplane mode, right? Or you can keep the phone in another room, right? So that if it is not in front of you, you're not going to pick it up. Turn off all the notifications, even if you are working on laptops or wherever you are. Just stay away from all the notifications, right? Tell the people that you're not available for those hours. This is very important to eliminate your distractions. Very important. And the last, use the 2-minute rule. If in case there is a distraction, someone knocked your door and asked for help, just ask from yourself, will this take less than 2 minutes? Will this work? Will this task? Will this distraction take less than 2 minutes? If yes, come on, do it quickly and get back to work. But if it will take more than 2 minutes, then clearly say no with respect. Right now, I'm busy with my work. This is very important. After completing this work, after finishing this block, right? Focus block, that time schedule, I'll be doing your work. Just write it down so that you also don't forget to do it after that. Write it down and do it after that focus block. Clear? So, this is the formula to remain focused in whatever you do. You have to eliminate the distractions. So, you can take a screenshot of it, the focus formula. Very important. And you can use in any work, especially in your big threes. So, here's your action plan. Tomorrow morning, identify which of your big three tasks you will do first. So you have to plan. We have learned that we must plan a day before, right? A night before the day to start. 10 minutes we have to give in a night. What we are going to do the next day. It saves our time. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes of planning saves 1 or 2 hours of action, right? So, here identify which of your big tasks you'll do first, then schedule the timer, schedule the focus block, that which 60 to 90 minutes you are going to give, and that also with no interruptions. Eliminate all distractions before you start. Phone switch off or airplane mode. Do not disturb on the door. Ask everybody not to disturb you. You're not available at that moment. And most important, single task until completion. No more tasks, no more distractions. सिंगल टास्क, नो मल्टीटास्किंग. ब्रेन में भी अगर कोई थॉट चल रहा है ना, तो वापस लेके आओ उस काम के ऊपर. सिंगल टास्क. And after doing that, celebrate your win. Yes, I did it. It will give you a different type of confidence which you would have not got any time in your life. After completing your big task, the most important one, your A's, with complete 100% focus without any distractions, you'll be at different level of confidence, right? Got that? Are we at the same page? Are we going to do that? Yes, I'm trying to follow it. I'm telling you, if I would have learned this earlier, if I would have learned this 10 years back, I would have been a different person. But right now, as I'm reading this, I'm trying to increase my productivity. I am eating my frog first. I am doing it, right? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing it with you. If I'm not doing it, I'm not able to share. I would not have shared with you all. I'm reading it, I'm implementing it, although sometimes not 100%, but at least I try to follow it 70 to 80%. आई ट्राई टू फॉलो दिस. वो पुराने पैटर्न्स हैं, लौट के आते हैं. हर किसी के अंदर होते हैं पुराने पैटर्न्स, राइट? बट every time I follow the old pattern, I try to bring myself here in the new pattern. Whatever I'm learning, I try to implement it in my life. It is difficult, absolutely difficult, very difficult to change your patterns, because at this age we are just trained. Our mind is trained. We are on the automation form, right? So many work we are doing on the automation, right? We don't have to focus. Sab kuch automation. But to bring back the automation in this productivity, we have to work hard. This is tough. I know this is tough, this is hard. But every time we find ourselves getting distracted, every time we find ourselves not following it, we have to be aware. The very first thing is be aware that something we are learning and I'm not able to implement it. Try to come back, pull yourself from that and just go ahead. करना पड़ेगा. अभी तो अपने ऊपर डंडा करना पड़ेगा. We have to do it. Yes. Old patterns will come. It is not like we are going to be productive overnight. No. Old patterns will come. But if you are able to follow it, even 50%, then you're good to go with it. You are good to go with it. There are so many things which we are learning. If you're following 2 to 3, you're good to go with it. Got that? And that's why I'm saying those who are just watching it as an entertainment and not doing anything in their life, by medicine, we have to intake medicine to get better. Doctor can only prescribe medicine. We are the one who have to have medicines. If you're not having it, nothing is going to change. And it's difficult. It's difficult. It's not easy to change your patterns. It's not easy to change your bad habits. It's difficult, right? And at such age. So today's key takeaways are whatever we have learned, right? We have learned the law of three tasks that create 90% of your value. 90%, right? It is giving you success, 90% increase in income. Second thing, what we have learned is your big three should get 80 to 90% of your time. Most of the times we give only 20%, but we should get 80 to 90%. Third, multitasking is a myth. Single task your big three. Fourth, deep focus. Deep focus. We have also learned the focus formula, which we can implement it into so many things, right? eliminating all the distractions. And fifth, focus blocks. That time schedule is very important, because when we don't know at what time we are going to do our these three tasks, then we can distract ourselves easily. That's why 90-minute focus block is very important to schedule the timing कि इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक I have to focus on this task only. That is going to give maximum productivity. Maximum productivity. So this is your homework. I really want you to take the screenshot of it. This is your homework. Write your big threes, right? And put it where you'll see every day. हाँ ये तीन काम तो मुझे करने ही करने हैं. Spend your first 90 minutes. कल सुबह का time लगा लो आज ही. That tomorrow morning I'm going to spend my 90 minutes or 60 minutes on this big task. Right? Like eating a big frog, eating your frog. Right? And this week track your time. Are you spending 80% on your big three, or 50%? Or 40% or 20%? How much time? Tracking is most important, that whether we are going through it, whatever we are learning, we are trying to implement it or not, right? And then your next homework is join us on Saturday for session 10. And what we are going to learn on session 10? We are going to learn about technology. Technology is a master or a servant. How we can use the technology, right? How we can use the technology, whether it is a master or servant. How we can make the boundaries over technology, how we can use it, and how we can avoid it, where we are using it as a master or where we are using it as a servant. This knowledge is very, very important. So this is crucial. And so join for session 10 to learn how to use technology. This is very important. Change if decided can be done. ठान लिया तो हो जाएगा. Absolutely. ठान लिया तो हो जाएगा. थोड़ा थोड़ा होगा. One step at a time. If we are trying to change ourselves even 1% a day, we are going to change 37 times in a year. Multiple times. And we are going to multiple 37 times in a year. Only 1% change. So if you're not able to follow this 100%, it's okay. Don't be harsh on yourself कि यार मेरे से क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. अपने ऊपर इतना ज़्यादा harsh मत हो. Be soft with yourself. Love yourself. It's okay. नहीं हो रहा है अभी. Pressurize नहीं होना है. एक चीज़ पकड़ो, उसको करने की कोशिश करो. हम सीख बहुत कुछ रहे हैं. We are learning so many things, so many techniques. Follow one for one, right? To start with, try to do it. Don't pressurize yourself. यार, why I'm not able to do it? Why I'm not doing able to do it, right? 1%, only 1%. थोड़ा थोड़ा करो. डरना नहीं है. परेशान नहीं होना है कि हम क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं. हमसे नहीं हो रहा है. कोशिश करेंगे, धीरे धीरे हम पहुंच जाएंगे जहां हमें पहुंचना है, राइट? थोड़ा थोड़ा करते जाओ. बट कोशिश ये करो, छोड़ो नहीं, नागा नहीं करो. डोंट स्किप. व्हेन वी स्किप, वी गो बैक and we again take so much of time to come. So all right, we'll meet on Saturday with a new topic. Till then, bye bye. Have a blessed night, blessed time with your families, and try to implement. Don't be harsh on yourself, Sherlyn, especially for you, right? All right, bye bye. Take care, everyone.